Art? Town planning? What about science? To make sure the project is of the same quality as our intrepid pair, we need a researcher who's as far-sighted as they are. And where will we find such an exotic beast? In New York? No, in Paris. A man who loves vintage cars, science fiction, American films, weird machines, and who can't refuse an intriguing challenge.
For
me, research is a way of realizing my dreams. Getting something to work that I've dreamed of in a theoretical way and seeing how best to achieve it. We've been working on the concept of cybercars for a number of years, sort of automatic taxis that one can call up from a terminal, or preferably from a cell phone, which just comes and fetches you at the spot you're calling from. Your cell phone knows just where you are, more and more accurately in fact. You call up a cybercar, which comes and collects you and takes you to your destination.
There, it's swerving from side to side. There's a problem. Something's the wrong way round.
And if science was inspired by fiction?
It's not swerving anymore.
For me, what really started it all was the film Total Recall with the Johnny Cab. Arnold Schwarzenegger used it in the film. A New York cab, a yellow cab, completely automatic, to be more accurate, driven by a robot. But we don't need a robot here. It can be hidden in the engine. I said to myself, it's obvious. We can design automatic taxis. We have all the technology we need to make automatic taxis. And that's how the whole Imara research team came into being, on the basis of slightly wild ideas. Lots of people said no, it was impossible to have automatic vehicles circulating on our road system. It would be too complicated. But in fact, it's quite possible. We are in the process of showing how. The one down there can exchange information with this vehicle, which does the same with this one. It's quite clear for all the vehicles.
One knows when it reaches a crossroads. This vehicle has a GPS system, a laser, which recuperates live data. This is what we're testing in real time at the moment. It's the first time we've brought all these vehicles together to try out all the possibilities. We've made a couple of adjustments there. Those two cubes, they're passing information on their position. There's a control center over there. It also has a cube which can ask what vehicles are on site.
No more tigers in the tank. Put robots under the bonnet instead. The time has come for intelligent vehicles.
Here, we show how modern ICT can be applied. Above all, to synchronize the movements of the vehicles so they don't run into each other, particularly at intersections. The vehicles are in fully automatic mode, but when they reach an intersection, they exchange information to decide who goes first. Our aim is to keep vehicles moving, to avoid stopping at traffic lights, where all those going in one direction stop and those going in another direction cross. We can see they're all synchronized. Each vehicle crosses just in front of another, but the other keeps moving, virtually without braking. We've shown the technology works, but we're still in the R&D stage.
Invaded by these curious prototypes, the square has become the stage for a strange mechanical ballet, and the town, an open-air laboratory. And if, tomorrow, we could use these machines to go from home to the office, from the office to the supermarket, without risking our lives or those of our neighbours. A researcher who is still inspired by his childhood dreams can sometimes find a simple solution to an apparently complex problem. And playing with miniature cars could be an ironic way of relegating big cars to the museum. And if our scientists' way out ideas proved contagious?
Overtaking on the straight. As soon as there's a straight, off we go.
Bingo! Our town planner has gone to visit La Rochelle. And if the interests of these two men proved complementary? And if Crystal, our famous urban buggy, could one day integrate the technological advances we see here?
Did you enjoy that, Manon? You know, this is the vehicle of tomorrow. Next time you can drive. You can see we're designing vehicles that make less noise and cause less pollution. You'll have better conditions than we did.
Another sort of mobility comes possible. But we need the means to achieve our ambition.